So now we're over at the access and intrusion side of the Bosch booth here at the GSX 2021 show. Here with Tom Meckler.
First, I want to point out our access control platform, which is the access management system. This is the map view of access management system. One of the nice things about this is it gives us full control of our system. We can lock, unlock, secure doors from here. We can see the status of all the doors. It even integrates with our intrusion system. So we can use this map to arm and disarm areas within the intrusion system and see the status of those systems as well. And of course, I can disarm that. In addition to that, we're highlighting a new partnership with IDEMIA. We're now selling the IDEMIA brand biometric readers. They have a MorphoWave reader, which allows you to read your fingerprint, and a face recognition reader, the Vision Patch reader, which is face recognition. You can see how fast that happened. It did a full analysis of my face, recognized me, and let me in the door, right?
Nice.
Which is pretty cool. So again, this is the map view of AMS, and it gives me full control of the system. It will give me status, so that were those two activations from the Vision Pass and the hand wave readers. In addition to that, with AMS, we have a new capability called visitor management. And visitor management is actually a browser-based tool that allows us to, well, manage visitors, right? So we can invite visitors to our facility, give them a visitor code that they'll use when they log in, and then they can put all of their information in. We can even scan a passport or a license, get all their information into the system. This dashboard tells us who's in the building now, how long should they be here. It allows me to add or delete someone, tells me what their card number is so I know where that person is and they have a card or they don't. So it allows us a nice interactive way to manage our visitors within our facility. One nice thing about this is that it's browser-based, so you don't have to load software on 47 computers in order to make it work. You just have to have a browser that can reach the AMS server, which serves that service for the visitor management.
Very nice, a lot of new cool stuff.
Now over in the intrusion area, one of the things we're highlighting is our new app, which is the Bosch Security Manager app. And I'm just going to log in here and let that connect to the intrusion panel. Now when that connects, we're going to get a dashboard that tells us the status of that panel that we're connected to right now. This panel only has 2 areas in it, but if it had all 32 areas programmed, we'd be able to scroll through here, see the status of all those areas, and arm and disarm them independently. So for example, if all I want to do is arm that one area, I just press on that one area and you can see that area is arming. The other thing this gives us is push notifications. So when the system was armed, I got a push notification. I also got one on my cell phone when that occurred, so we know what's happening. Those push notifications are selectable by user. So when you get the app, you can select each panel which types of notifications you'd like to receive and when. So if you don't need those openings and closings when you're in the building, big deal, right? Turn that off. But if you're going out of town or you're traveling to another part of the city, you want to know what's going on across town, turn it back on, and it's as easy as clicking a button on your app.
One of the cool things I want to note about that is the speed at which that actually occurred, the notification. That comes straight from the panel to your device. So
yeah, that's using
I'm always excited about that because, you know, as you hear the panel status change, you get that notification right away so you know it's done.
Yeah, you're right. It's virtually instant. It's hard to tell that there's any delay from when that panel's actually armed to when you got that.
Right.
Some of the things customers have been looking for in an app, one of the most important things is the ability to manage their passcodes. So this allows us to go in, add, delete, change users that have access to the intrusion system.
Okay.
And that's a new feature that comes along with Bosch Security Manager. Customers have been chomping at the bit for that one, and here it is, and it works great. Also in the intrusion panel, one of the things I really like to highlight is that monitor delay feature. Now this is a feature that's designed to detect if somebody leaves a door open. You know, when we think of intrusion, we typically think of the burglar broke in, right?
Right.
But that's only when nobody's here. The system's armed, nobody's in the building. But there's security challenges when people are in the building as well. One of those challenges is I have all my students, or I have all my employees, or I have all my customers inside my building, and the door to the back alley is propped open with a brick. That's a problem, right? So somebody opens a door, I'm just using this switch to simulate a door, and they close the door, nothing happens because they use the door properly. But if they open the door, now they put a brick in it, and let's say it's at the back alley. Now the perimeter of my building is breached. Anybody could just walk into my building through an unopened door. See, there's a delay. Keypad starts to chirp at us, and I can program that delay. It can also send a message, so I know I need to close that door. You know, this isn't a security event. I need to call the police right now. I just need to go close the door. When I do, it all goes away. But that is a very significant security issue with any facility, any commercial facility. Those doors lock for a reason, and we want to make sure they're closed. So that's another feature of the intrusion system. Well, we have our G-Series panel here. Of course, that's the commercial standard for intrusion panels. Goes up to 599 points. This is communicating over cellular, over IP. Highly configurable. We have some new programming functions in this panel, the way that we can program our outputs. And boy, you can really use those functions to solve a lot of problems that we don't even know exist yet. How often we get a customer that says, hey, I wish it could do this thing. Well, we didn't think about that, but we have these tools that allow us to adapt the programming to solve a lot of problems, and probably can solve that problem for you. So highly programmable systems. They integrate with our other technologies. This panel integrates with our video cameras. Any Bosch IP camera can activate an alert on this panel through the network. Integrates, of course, with our our access, as well as other third parties such as Liddell, Milestone, Genetec, and others.
We'll see you at the Bosch Technology Forum.
Yeah,
It's coming up in October in Alexandria, Virginia.
Sounds good. Thanks a lot, Steve.
Thanks, Tom.